All right, here we go. Hey, I'm Deon.
I'm Coach Blake.
I'm Jasmine.
Hey, first of all, we got a junior in high school, and we got a senior in high school, and we're going to talk about being small. How tall are you, Blake?
I'm 5'6".
5'6". How tall are you, Jazz?
About
5'3". Oh my gosh, and I'm 5'9", maybe 8.5. Okay, but is that an excuse for not playing well? No. No. But for whatever reason, though, sometimes it's hard for the brother playing this game being 5'9", because some people think that I'm too small. Have you ever had that?
Oh yeah.
You ever gone up against an opponent that thought you were too small? What did you do?
I work harder than them. Just outworking. That's all I've done my whole life.
What about you, Jazz? You ever felt like players took you a little bit for granted because you were small? All the time? Have you ever played on a team and you were the smallest player? Hers is every team. Dang. Well, I can't complain, because I guess that's why I like tall players being around me. And I always like going to dinner and lunch and outings with taller players, because I get tired of always being the little runt. You know what I mean? But as a small player, what types of things have you done to kind of give you a little bit more of an edge?
I give 110% effort.
Whoa. Did you say 100 and...
Not 100. Not 100.
No. Did you say 100?
110.
110.
It doesn't matter. You have to give 110% effort every single time on the floor, whether it's practice, whether it's just a one-on-one with you and your friend, or whether it's a game. You 110% effort every single time.
Oh my God. Jazz, how you feel about that? Oh, she said she's going to start trying to do that. Well, sometimes I was talking to Jazz, and Jazz told me earlier, you know, when you're small, sometimes people take you for granted. And that kind of sometimes takes a toll on you, am I right? Because you're like, sometimes you wish you just had this little, this little earpiece in you saying, you can do it. You got this. Take her. Right? And sometimes you're missing that, because in this game, when you're a smaller player, you gotta have a bigger output than your opponent.
Exactly. You gotta play bigger than what you are.
You have to put what?
You gotta play bigger than what you actually are.
I was saying something earlier to some players about this old song to say, when you're a guardian, the smallest player, it's like letting the dogs out. It's like this song says, "Who let the dogs out? Who? Well, you gotta come out of there with a vengeance. You gotta come out of there with a junkyard dog kind of attitude, and you gotta want to bark loud and get in their shirt. But that's the mental attitude you gotta have. Hey, listen, 5'9", played at the University of North Texas, won championships. Luckily, by the help of God, my teammates and coaches, I became the MVP. But that MVP was earned. I ran a lot. I jogged a lot. I lifted a lot. I shot a lot. I studied film a lot. I went up against players who were better than me all the time. But I had to learn that if I'm small, I have to learn what my strengths were. For instance, if you're a small player and you're quick, you have more of an advantage in the backcourt playing defense against taller players, because they don't want you to guard them in the backcourt. Now, when you get in the front court, you're at the mercy of players. The closer you get to the rim, the more it favors taller players. So, as a small player, it's better in the open court to do the things we want to do versus waiting and trying to get down in the lion's den. Does that make sense? Now, is there anything you like about being small?
Usually we're a lot quicker than everybody else.
Yeah.
I like that.
I think small players have to learn to like themselves.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? I spent half of my career as a kid wanting to be tall. I used to swing on monkey bars trying to see if I would stretch. Guess what? It stretched my ligament, but it didn't make me tall. So I quit doing that.